bit of freedom in Dublin, because the last time I saw you was in July.
Yes, at the All-Ireland football final.
At the All-Ireland football final, when Louis Walsh was putting together his latest boy band. We have a little pic here of the band. There we are. There we are.
4 lads blagging free tickets to an All-Ireland football final off the BBC, very much pushing Mescal to the front. Very much going. He can be very much the ambassador for the 4 of us. And not to give any shout out, but the room, because the room we were in front of was being used as a studio. So to get out, we had to go through the next door box. We're not going to give any names. And they were like, well, do you want a pint? We said, yeah, go on. And so we ended up just hanging out with them and then coming in and doing the show. It was a glorious, beautiful thing.
It was a great day. You say 4 lads. I mean, I think this kind of 3 middle-aged men there sort of thinking to themselves, aren't we cool? And there's one person who is cool going, where's my car?
Yeah. I was in Melbourne doing a gig and I went past, I think it was like Chanel or Louis Vuitton, and there's a picture of one of those 4 men in the window looking gorgeous,
Adrian
right?
Dunbar.
Guess who? Guess who it was, right? I wasn't looking at my own face. So Mescal was very much competing in a different league to the rest of us.
Yes. And since last I saw you then, you have been down in Australia.
Yep, I was on Australia. In fact, the last time I saw you was in the Sydney Opera House. Yep. Because there was a gig that we did in Sydney Opera House. There was a big kind of gala show, which is all right, just a bit of a...
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was grand. But then there was a TV recording afterwards.
Hang on a second here. Just pause for a second, Ruth, OK? 2 guys that have played the Sydney Opera House, and they're just going... Yeah, it was grand. It was just all right.
It's nice.
It's fancier than it
is. Yeah. You know, honestly, on the inside, no, not that good.
It looks like UCD Library. That's what I thought it looked like. Library vibes.
I mean, the outside, don't get me wrong, looks great. Well done.
Inside.
But the inside, yeah. But then they brought us to another smaller room in which they were recording a TV show, and the TV show's going fine. There's about 200 in with that stage, and the people are laughing along at it. And then there's all these Australian acts, and then they say, and the next act is Joanne McNally. And the room erupted, and then I'm backstage going, oh, they're all Irish. And this changes everything, because I was on after you as well. And again, hey! And you're going, so suddenly it all became jokes about, like, you know, because it's entirely Irish audience at this Australian recording, and I'm saying things like, hey, it's great to be in Australia, I'm here for 6 shows, then I'm going to have to work for 88 days on a farm, then I'm going to work for another 2 shows, right? All jokes that the Irish are really getting. And the Australian acts are going, I'm sorry, what's going on here, mate? What's going on here? And so we had a lovely time with it.
Well, you're talking about the Irish thing, but I don't know if you know this, Ruth, but Dara's actually 2% Welsh.
2% Welsh.
What do we think? Do you think he could...
Well, do you know what? I think actually your name, certainly your first name, obviously the second name is very Irish, but the first name would sound brilliant with a Cardiff accent.
OK.
Because it's very sort of Dara. All right, Dara, how's it going, all right?
I'm not sure if I'd say brilliant, exactly, to that. Like, you know, I have one gene. I did the DNA thing, because I did a whole show about, you know, adoption and finding your roots, and I managed to get, like, a long story out of it. And if I did have to rewrite the show again, it would be a 1-minute long story, because now all you have to do is spit in a cup and send it off, and then an app would literally go, and here you are. And so now you can make a few awkward phone calls. But but it turned up in the middle of all that one gene in the middle of the thing.
And which gene is
Oh,
that?
look, it's got numbered. I don't know. It's not for the one for singing. I can tell you that.
Well, you say that, and Dara's going to sing us out
bread of so I got one. It's St. Patrick, basically. Somebody came over and you know, different times. Different times, Patrick.
So 95% Irish.
98. No, 98. Let's not do it.
I was going to say 95% Irish, 2% Welsh, 3% titanium.
Oh, there we go. OK, fine. Yeah.
Because
the knee thing. Yeah,
yes.
No, they took it all out. It's actually, I'm all totally au naturel on the knee front here. Like, yeah, it's got. Oh. They had to rebuild my knee.
Oh, God.
Oh, I know.
What, because of arthritis or because you...
All right, Jesus.
It's a fair question.
Yeah, I'm on the way out, thanks. It's nice to spend these final moments with you. No, I have a knee injury. I don't know knee injury.
Sorry.
There's a hole in this one. There's a hole in my femur, and so they had to do a whole...
Dialyzer.
Yeah, and I had to do the whole thing. I mean, I literally had a doctor say to me, we did loads of scans, and he said, "Yeah, look, you've got a hole in your thigh bone," he said, and they went, "So we're going to have to break your calf bone. And I went, what, to send a message? But he had to realign the whole leg, had to build the whole thing. So metal went in, metal went out, all that kind of stuff, like whatever. And then the bit that's really is the physio. I don't know if you've ever had any opera. You do months and months of physiotherapy and massage and just to get the whole thing back up and running again.
And not relaxing massage.
No, not the fun massage. No, not that fun massage. I once in Australia I went into a place in Adelaide because I on the flight over got all tense and I went into a place and I said, "Do you do a massage?" And the woman said, "Yeah, it's $100 for massage or $150 for fantasy." And I, like an innocent child, went, "What's fantasy?" Presumably she's going to say, "Well, in fantasy, we dress up as orcs. And then we stomp around you, reading out runes and incantations, and then we get a 20... I'm not going to do the end of this bit.
Thank you so much.
But I did go... she said, no. The fantasy, the masseuse takes off her top, they said. And I went, oh, and I instantly turned into every 1930s innocent Irish man abroad. I was like, oh, Jesus, no, Jesus, stop, no. And started backing out of the room. So I go, oh, no, I know how to shake it heart, no. And God love her, true story. The woman looked at me and said, well, what's the problem? I said, no. I know I'm in the wrong place. I said, I'm in the wrong place. Total respect to you and what you do, your choice, but I need an actual, proper massage.
Yes.
And God love her, this woman running this dodgy massage place, looked at me and went, we can give it a go.